Hi everyone, this is Lorraine. So I have one good last Sephora haul. I'm hoping I don't buy makeup for a while, although there is one other product that I want to buy that I'll tell you in this video just because I need face powder, so I will buy some more face powder. But I don't plan on buying any other makeup for a while. That always changes though, you know. So I'm going to show you the last couple things that I have gotten from Sephora. First, I bought new BB cream. The Christian Dior BB cream is my all-time favorite BB cream. I've tried a couple other ones, and I don't think that they ever quite compared to how this one is. And this is the one that they sell at Sephora, the Hydralife BB cream. It used to only come in one shade, and the shade that they had was kind of an orangey color. It ended up working out for me because it kind of somehow ended up turning into my skin tone. Still a little bit on the orange side, but it still worked out really nicely. But now it comes in 3 different shades. So I bought this, and I bought this in shade 1, which is a beige. It's a luminous beige. And what I like about BB cream is not only does it look very, very good as a kind of a light coverage if you don't want to wear too much makeup, it also... I've been using it underneath my real foundation, so it gives you extra coverage. I didn't do it today, but it gives you that extra coverage that's just so nice. I feel like BB cream would be the ideal thing. Like, when I first started seeing my husband, one of the first things we did together was we went on a trip together, and we had only been seeing each other for about, I would say, like a week. And then we decided, let's go to New York together. And so we ended up going to New York together. And I wasn't really like that comfortable with him to see me without makeup yet, but I didn't want to come out of the room or out of the bathroom with like no makeup on whatsoever. And I didn't want to come out with a full face of makeup. And I don't remember what I ended up doing. I probably ended up just getting completely ready in the bathroom or whatever. But I feel like BB cream would have been like that solution where you don't want someone to necessarily see without makeup, but you don't want them to think you're wearing a full face of makeup, so you just put on a little bit of lotion. It's basically a lotion, but a tinted lotion that makes you look better. I think that's my tip, you know? If you're single lady or man, I don't know. If you're not wanting people to see you without makeup, but you don't want to look like you're wearing makeup, wear BB cream. I think it's awesome, especially the Dior one. I absolutely love the Dior one. So this is the luminous beige, and it looks like so. I do really well in beige. Anytime a company comes out with a color called beige, that's my color usually. So I blended it in there a little bit, but it's just such a nice, it's just my favorite ever. And it really, to me, I honestly feel like it makes my skin better. So using it as my lotion, since I don't really have a lotion, I've ran out of all my lotions, and using this instead, I just think it's great. I think it's absolutely great. I love this. And it has a little bit of a perfumey smell, but not bad. So that's the first thing that I bought. 2 things that I bought a little bit ago that I haven't shown you, that I would like to show you, these are also face products. Everyone's probably heard of this Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Opal. Well, they've heard of it, and then the color I got was Opal. I'm wearing it right now. I think it's absolutely fantastic. I got it because I was in Pittsburgh recently, and a fellow YouTuber, Heidi Cupcake, we met, and we get to hang out, and she told me, you absolutely need this. And so I ended up buying it because that's what I do. So I bought this because of her, and it's pretty fantastic. It just looks really nice. I just like it as a highlight. Right now I haven't been really loving any blushes lately, which I'm pretty disappointed. I think I need to go buy another Chantecaille one because I was pretty much in love with it. But lately I've been using Nars, what's it called? Orgasm blush. And I think it looks good and everything, but I just don't feel like it's like great right now. Maybe it's because I'm using it in this palette, and maybe the palette's not as good as maybe it's just not as good as like the regular one, but I just don't feel like I'm in love with it right now. So I've been like kind of disappointed in blush lately. If you have any recommendations for blush, I wouldn't mind going and buying like a really nice blush. I don't know, I just want something that, I don't want it to be liquid, but I want it to be powder, but I want it to like glide on so beautifully, and I don't feel like it's gliding on so beautifully. Anyway, so moving on. Next product that I had bought when I went to Sephora recently, and I've talked about it on Facebook, so if you're my Facebook friend or whatever, you might have heard me talk about it. It's the Givenchy. It's called a Healthy Glow Powder. I was in Sephora. They are 3 shades down on the bottom. They look like, I don't know. I just thought it was an all-over face powder. I just thought it was like a face powder that gave you a glow. So I saw this shade, which is shade 1, which is probably called something beige. I don't know. But I bought shade 1. It's gotten kind of funky as I've used it. But I bought shade 1. I thought it was an all-over face powder. It's actually a bronzer. So right now, I am wearing it all over my face as a face powder. So if you're my skin tone, this, it looks really good as a face powder. No joke. I don't know that I'll buy it again as a face powder. I may, because it does look pretty awesome. But it's getting kind of funny. Like, I remember being in like middle school and high school, and my makeup getting these like oil spots on it, and I thought it was from like, I don't know what it's from exactly. Can you see them? I don't know if you can see it or not. My hand looks really filthy. I don't think it is, but it looks filthy. It got like these oily spots on it. I think it's probably because it's not really meant to be used as a face powder, but it looks pretty awesome. So check those out if you and it's not making my skin break out or anything. It's just giving me this like pretty perfect glow. It's pretty amazing. I actually should buy like a backup of it. I've also saw that they did have like powders from this company that I thought maybe I should just get their powder. But I have this thing with when it's like multicolors. I like it to just be one color, so I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. But I've been using this, and I really love it. I really, really love it. And I guess I do have a little bit of tan. As I look at myself in the camera, I do have a bit of a tan, so this would work for someone as a bronzer that's super, super pale. Super fair. I should say fair, not pale. I apologize. If you're super, super fair, this would probably work really well for you as a bronzer if you have a hard time finding bronzer. For me, it just really works out as an all-over skin tone. I'm pretty happy about it. The second shade was a little bit orange, so I can see now, looking back on it, I could see that it really maybe was a bronzer, but the shades were so light that you didn't think bronzer when you looked at it. And when it didn't say bronzer and it just said, what does it say? Healthy Glow Powder, I just thought, wow, that sounds really nice. And so I bought this and I liked it. For reference, I was thinking about buying the Becca powder, this company, and I would have been shade Noisette in it. So I don't know if you're interested in something like that, but that would probably be, I don't know, something else. If you can't find the correct shade in the Givenchy, the Becca one kind of did the same thing that this was doing. So, moving on. I did buy 2 Marc Jacobs nail polishes. I also used my 20% off VIB membership when I bought most of this stuff. So, VIB Rouge 20% off thing that they were doing at Sephora. I bought 2 Marc Jacobs nail polishes. I'm going to do a nail tutorial, and so I thought that these shades would work pretty perfectly for what I'm planning. I have a couple of nail tutorials in mind, but I got a gray one and a pink one. The gray color is called Evelyn, very lovely name, and the pink one is called Shocking. I think the pink is pretty like standard pink. It's still very pretty, but I don't know. I really like the Marc Jacobs polishes personally, but the pink is pretty standard. The gray is a color that I don't see all the time, so I thought that was pretty good. Next thing I bought was the Givenchy. Since I liked that face powder so much, I ended up buying this cream eyeshadow. Pretty boring color, just called Beige. I have a thing for beige. Just real boring. It looks like kind of like concealer when you put it on. I absolutely love it. I think it's just really good. It just works really well for me. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Next, I promise maybe that these are going to be my last Nars Audacious lipsticks that I will purchase. I've been really loving these lipsticks a lot just because of the colors. They're pretty phenomenal. This first one that I'm going to show you is called Barbara. I haven't worn this one yet. This one was out of stock on Sephora's website. And it looks a lot like the color Bridget that I purchased, that I'm actually, or no, what am I wearing? Raquel. It looks a lot like Raquel. And I'm going to do a video on all my Nars. Oh wow, that turned out a lot different than I imagined. Usually the Nars lipsticks have looked exactly like the color on the tube there. I think it's going to be a pretty nice color. But Barbara had been sold out on Sephora, and it still is. It's sold out again. But as soon as I got an email letting me know it was in stock, I went and bought it. And I bought the color... I bought the color Grace. And I think these are going to be the last of my Nars lipstick purchases. I went a little crazy. This one's kind of like a pink red. Now it's looking very like orangey red on the camera. It's not. Maybe we'll see it on my hand. It's more of a pink red, like as seen here. It's just a really nice red color. I wore it the other day, the color Lana. Amazing. It's like such a pretty orange red color. I think this Grace color looks very similar to Lana, but different. And I think that's everything. The only other thing that I bought recently that I thought I would mention are my leggings that I'm wearing right now. They're pretty phenomenal. If you've been watching me for as long as you've been watching me, I think as long as I've been making videos, my favorite leggings ever have been these. And these are the same. I have two pairs of these. I've had the same ones forever. They're by Vince. They're expensive. They're $198. I absolutely love these. I love them. I love them. I love them. And I never could find anything that was as good as them until now. I'm so happy about this. These are expensive. I really like them. If you think about it, all the years that I've worn them, they make sense because they've lasted a long time. They're still perfect. They still have no holes in them. They are a purchase that I think was a great purchase. But I recently found some new leggings, and they were right under my nose. Like for like at least a year. We were selling them in the store, and I had no idea because the company made another pair of leggings, and I thought I tried them on and I didn't like them because they were just like kind of like standard. These ones that I'm wearing, they're just so good. See, what I like about these is they have the band on the top like this, and they are thick enough where you don't see any kind of camel toe. These ones have a nice siding to them. I don't know if you can see it or not. They don't fall, they don't slip. They're pretty thick fabric where they lift like up over your belly, so then if you need to like cover any kind of blubber, they're perfect because they come up high enough, but they're not like too high. They're just kind of perfect, but they have this nice siding that's very flattering. The other pair that I'm going to put on the website that I don't own yet, but I'm going to purchase soon, is one that has a line that goes down the back. Which is what my friend wears, and she's really, and I wear the size small in them, so they kind of fit like a nice range of people. I wear like a size 2, and I'm a little bit heavy right now, so I'm gonna say that I don't really wear a size 4, but like a 2-4 is what I'm gonna say my sizing is right now. I'm really more of a 2, like pretty solid, but they'd fit. I think my mom said she sells them to people up to a size, I feel like she told me a size 8 in the size small, and then she said from an 8 to a 12 would be the medium, and then above that would be a large, I believe. I think they do come extra small too, but My friend, she's so tiny and she's like a 00 or a 0 and she wears the small and they look good on her. So I didn't think that it was necessary to add the extra small just because of how they fit. But I really like them. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I just put them for sale on my website, but they're so good. We sold these ones in the store too, and they're amazing. But they're similar. They're similar, and they're only $98 opposed to $198. So I'm like, that's so much better. Like, I don't know. For as long as I've had them, they make sense. But initially purchasing leggings that are that expensive seems completely ridiculous. But then when you find ones that are comparable, where they don't fall down, they rise up, they're thick enough. Like, they're just so perfect. I just couldn't be any happier. So, yeah. If you have any questions about today, feel free to post them below. I plan on having a couple tutorial kind of videos up in the near future. One, a full face foundation video. Probably a video just showing my everyday routine, since it pretty much stays pretty consistent. And a couple nail tutorials that I have planned that I think are going to be pretty phenomenal. And yeah, I think that's about it for now. But if you have any questions, post them below. If you have any requests, post them below. That's about it.